Wednesday. So this was something it had been in my mind for, I guess, about a week. And this was a realization I went through on Sunday, and I revisited it on Monday with my one of my mentor. And I was like, I gotta share this with people because this was so profound. So I was told, I mean, I have been told the same thing for last year and a half or so, but so for some reason, some random reason, last week I said, "Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm finally gonna do this imagination walk." We call it imagination walk because we, amongst my, um, how do I say, my awesome friends, understand the imagination is the highest level. And we need to utilize that more often instead of focusing on day to day what's busy and what's not necessarily important, what's not making your life move towards what you desire. So I was like, okay, well, let me actually start doing that imagination walk that we've been talking about forever. Partially because in Florida, it's so hot. So the time we can walk outside is super limited to like super early in the morning or like right before sundown. And even if it's right before sundown, it's kind of hot. So you kind of need to be committed to sweat so much. And I already sweat at the gym often, so I don't want to sweat twice a day. So I've been resisting, but I went and it was nice. It was cool, and I didn't know how to imagine while I'm walking. I know it's safe. It was the beach along the beach side, but I don't know how to imagine. So I was keep like looking at the paper, going like, "What can I do to like a stupid person walking?" I'm talking to my hands, like, "What can I do to serve my client at the highest level?" So sun was setting, so I had to quickly come home. I didn't get an answer. I didn't get to imagine what I planned to imagine. But that's okay. So I come home thinking, okay, I actually did what I said I will do for me. So I was proud. But I was like, but I don't have an answer. See what I mean? Like didn't feel like super crisp. And then I went to bed and woke up really groggy and like I usually wake up happy and want to get out and start the day, but like I wanted to stay in the bed and I was like, what's up? But and then I remember this is the prime time to get in touch with subconscious. So I kind of kept my eyes closed and I keep thinking about it. And twice in my head, I remember the Bible verse about cast all your anxiety to God because He cares for you. Cast all your anxiety to God because He cares for you. And I'm like circling in my head. And I was like, why is it now this is the verse that I need to think about? Eventually, I got out of the bed and I come to the table, and I usually have my 0 second stack of paper, like stack of paper, back of printout. I have a one theme written, and every time I come to something like, okay, let me think about this later, I'll make a title. So I have a stack of title pages. So it happened to be that day, it was, what are you afraid of? That was my theme. I was like, what am I afraid of? So I gave myself a minute and I start writing like a crazy, like as much thing as you possible. You just write, you don't think. So I did that. And then I went to church. And I was asking God, okay, so you told me to cast all my worry to anxiety to you, worry to you. So what do I do? And then I realized, oh, I caused that anxiety in my life so that I don't have to take next step. I spent so much time and energy being anxious about what's going to happen next before I take an action. So I stopped myself. I was stopping myself again. Like I caught that about me. And then I realized, oh, this was the block I need to unblock. But at the same time, it was really scary. Like, oh, what am I going to do with the time that's now available? What am I going to do with my energy that's now available? By the way, I recently learned you're supposed to be managing energy, not the time. So where do you want to pour your energy to? What's your prime time, where you have a lot of energies, and you need to move your priority into those time blocks. Anyhow, so I was realizing, and I got scared, that if I stop worrying, am I still gonna be me? And I was really uncomfortable. So it was like, ugh, ooh, I don't know, uncomfortable. But I think it's worth exploring this, because my goal really is to be super free about expressing what's in my mind, what was helpful for me, and share that with everybody so that I experience abundance and then I share that with people. Anyhow, that was my realization that I wanted to share. I did a post in the Facebook and a post in the LinkedIn, and the post are also in the Japanese blog post, which I'm going to talk about it in my Japanese post. But if you would rather have a more organized version of this topic, please go read that, and I'll see you